Good afternoon. Welcome to the broadcast booth here at the Capitol Center and the Capitol Sports Network presented by Flow Sports. I'm Jimmy Bloomfield with you today. This afternoon, we've got Adrian College in town. It's a rematch of a 2024 non-conference game between these two teams played up in Michigan. Capitol won that game 63-61. They've won 4 straight meetings against the Bulldogs dating back to 2018. Adrian won the first matchup between these two teams on November 29th of 2017. So they played in 17 and 18 in a home-and-home, and they've renewed that home-and-home each of the last 3 years, make it 4 with this game here today. It'll be the third matchup at the Capitol Center. Comets won the first game here in 2018, 79-67. They also won by 13 back in 2023. So a pretty good matchup. Favorably for the Comets, that is, in recent years. And this year, facing a Adrian team that is 1-2 coming into the contest. They were 7-19 last year. They had 3 scorers in double figures last season, and only one of them is back this year. It's Seth Logan. He is their leading scorer this year. 8 of 27 from 3. So volume-wise, he's getting his shots up, averaging 9 attempts a game from outside. He's hitting at 29%, so not the best numbers there, but still averaging 19.3 points per game. He's a 93% free throw shooter as well, so definitely the man to look out for on the Adrian side of things. For the Comets, they come in at 2-0, big comeback win against Kenyon, and did it the hard way at the free throw line. Really efficient down the stretch at the line, especially in the second half. And they've gotten their free throw percentage now up to 75% as a team. That's a really good number. A lot of work done at the line, especially by Dallas Tucker and Brody Gowan. Both of them had big days at the free throw line. Combined, they've made now 22 of the Comets' 31 free throws in 2 games this season. Both of them at 75% or above on the year. The big story, I think, big individual performance was Julian Mitchell, and he's now shooting 58% from 3 in the first 2 games of the season, 7 for 12. McCain still at 41%, 5 for 12 from outside, and a couple others just kind of chipping in from out there. Callaway White, Chris Mitchell, and Torian Perkins have each hit 2 threes now this year, and they're shooting 33% or above in a limited sample size. As a team, the Comets are shooting 42% from 3 through 2 games. That's a really good number. And if that keeps up, then this team's going to have a little bit of a boost. Still looking for some bench scoring. Tucker provided a lot of that the first 2 games. He got there at the free throw line, literally double figures all at the free throw line in last game on Wednesday night against Kenyon. Doubt he can replicate that today. But McCain got in some foul trouble, and Tucker was a part of the closeout lineup as a result of that, and also as a result of Chris Mitchell getting into some foul trouble as well, and left the game momentarily losing his breath after a collision with another player, got the wind knocked out of him, and came out of the game and just kind of stayed out because the lineup was really working with Tucker and Finkenbein both in there. And then Mitchell came back in to close it out the last few minutes. And it was a really good rotation used by Coach Goodwin, much tighter in the second half for sure. And big step up, I think, from the senior Brody Gowan down the stretch as well. He got some work done at the free throw line, but really defensively holding down the paint a little bit better than they did in the first half. It started with Brody, and we deserved to give him a shout out as well for anchoring that interior defense, which caused Kenyon to fall out of it. They didn't have the three-point shooting to keep up with the Comets, and that was the difference in the ball game, I think. Is Cap shot from outside really well, got it done at the free throw line to complement that, and Kenyon didn't do either of those 2 things. Not enough free throw attempts and not the outside shooting they needed to compete with the Comets here on Wednesday night. The Comets, I'm not sure if the video's on or not, but putting on a little bit of a dunk show as I'm talking about him here. And Saron Callaway White had the big dunk of the night, and he's the one that led the charge at the end of the game to get the Comets back in front. Good free throw shooting to close it out. So good things that was our first report here that I've seen with my eyes here in person. So we'll see if game 2 in front of me, game 3 on the season, continues to show. Oh my goodness, that was a through the legs dunk there by Callaway White in the warm-up line. Wow. Sorry, lost my train of thought watching that go down. But yeah, I mean, this is a game that the Comets should win. They've played very favorably against Adrian, and a team that's lost 2 of their better scorers from last year, so still trying to find an identity for themselves. It's going to begin and end with Seth Logan, number 2, on the other side. And for the Comets, I like to see McCain stay out of foul trouble in this one and really start to show what this offense is capable of, because he really didn't even get in on the mix. I think there's a really good group here with both Mitchells, McCain, Callaway White, Tucker leading that bench unit, Torian Perkins getting there off the bench, Ambrose Pierce and Ensley, as well as Cade Davies also chipping in 7 to 8 minutes a night, and just relying heavily on the other 7 that I mentioned. This is a decent enough rotation for the Comets to do some damage this season, so just keep building on what we saw in the first 2 games. That's what we're looking for here this afternoon. We're going to step away. We'll have our starting lineups when we come back after the national anthem here at the Capitol Center. You're listening to the Capitol Sports Network, presented by Flo Sports. All right, welcome back to the Capitol Center. Once again, Jimmy Bloomfield here with you for this one this afternoon with the 1-2 Adrian College Bulldogs taking on the 2-0 Capitol Comets. Head coach for Adrian is Tim Kaiser. He is in his 6th season leading the Bulldogs. He is assisted by Adam Beam, and his starting 5 begins in the backcourt with the 6-foot junior out of Huron, Ohio, Luke Rager. 6-foot senior out of Fenton, Michigan, Seth Logan. And the 6'1 junior out of Detroit, Michigan, Jeremiah Dallas. In the front court, 6'7 junior out of Detroit, Michigan, Jaden Smiley. And the 6'7 junior out of Bay City, Michigan, Brendan Schlink. So it's Rager, Logan, Dallas, Smiley, and Schlink. Fun name. For the Comets, head coach Damon Goodwin, year number 31, leading the Comets He is assisted by Anthony Golson, Anthony Manjett, Ryan Cohn, Quentin Aiden, and Braden West. I wonder if they do a coaches versus players game with the amount of coaches we have on the staff. Nonetheless, here is the starting five for the Comets today. Starting in the backcourt, the 6-foot senior out of Anna, Ohio, McCain Finkenbein. 6'5", junior wing out of Liberty Township, Ohio, Julian Mitchell. And the 6'5", sophomore wing out of Reynoldsburg, Saron Callaway White. In the front court, 6'6", forward out of Bexley, Chris Mitchell. And the 6'8", postman, the senior out of Canton, Ohio, Brody Gowan. So it's again Finkenbein, Mitchell, Callaway White, and Gowan. Gowan will do the tip for the Comets in the home white uniform up against Jaden Smiley. And a little bit discombobulated here, but it's going to be capital ball as Saron Callaway White runs it down, trips over himself a little bit, and gets it over to McCain, who starts it up. Nice crossover dribble, two of them, and now gives it off to Mitchell, who drops it in the bucket. Comets are up 2-0 early on. First sequence, a good one for the Comets. Give Finkenbein the assist. So Adrian goes to work now. 1-2 this season, 63-57 win against Oberlin back on November 7th. They lost the next night 106-92. That game did not go to overtime against Franciscan. And then they played at Siena Heights University and lost 73-61 their last game. As Dallas is fouled, he'll go to the line. That putback was after the whistle, obviously. Siena Heights University is in Michigan, in the same city, Adrian, Michigan. They play at different stadiums, obviously, but a very interesting matchup there early in the season. Free throw is missed here by Dallas. Their leading scorer, again, is Seth Logan. 19.3 points per game this season. Luke Rager averages 11. Darius Welch off the bench averages 10.7. Jeremiah Dallas is the second leading scorer with 7 points per game. Darius Welch, usually a starter for this team, actually. He has his warm-up jersey off, so it appears he is going to play in this game. As Mitchell drives in again, and Chris Mitchell has the first two baskets of the game. 4-0 after the pair of missed free throws from Adrian. This is Brendan Schlink going to work. Schlink is the fourth leading scorer in the starting lineup. So interesting that Welch is out of the starting lineup. Dallas was just inserted into the starting lineup. More on that in a second. As driving into the paint here is Rager, and foul is on the floor. So Rager, Logan, and Schlink have started all 4 games now for Adrian. Coming into this one, Darius Welch had started 3 of 3 games. He is obviously not anymore. Jaden Smiley is back in the starting lineup. He has started 2 of the 3 games coming into this one. And Jeremiah Dallas is making his second start of the season as he throws up this shot. No good. Put back by Smiley, also no good. Adrian inefficient early on. And still trying to search for that starting 5 rotation, it appears, as Darius Welch sits out. Comets stepped on the line there. First off the bench, in fact, is also not Darius Welch, but it's a different player, number 30, Dylan Gira. He's out of New Baltimore, Michigan. Smiley doesn't look too happy about coming out of this game early. This ball was tipped back into the backcourt. Kick out top of the key, 3 ball, no good. That was Gyra, who just entered into the game. Missing from outside. Adrian now 0 for 3 shooting. Pass goes into Gowan. Nice finish. Got tripped up a little bit there at the end of the play. No foul. But nicely done there by Brody. Having a nice start to his senior campaign. A lot of minutes are going to be there for the 6'8" post player out of Canton, Ohio. 3 ball made by Adrian, and a timeout called by Adrian as well. Their head coach, Tim Kaiser, does not look happy. It's going to be a quick 30-second timeout. So we can stick here 6-3 Comets, 3 for 3 shooting in this game, 3 rebounds already as well. Adrian makes their first shot of the game. It was Seth Logan, of course. It was assisted by Jeremiah Dallas, and that was their only basket that they've made in the first 2 minutes and change here, 2.5 minutes or so. 1 for 4, 1 for 3 from 3. So shooting a lot from the perimeter. Coming into this game, they have shot 28% from 3. They make about 7 per game, so that kind of gives you an idea. There's 74 attempts from 3. That's a 24.6 per game average in terms of just the pure attempts from outside. So that is their game. They like to chuck it. The Comets, by comparison, have shot 42% from 3. They average about the same, 23 three-pointers attempted per game. So they both like to shoot it from out there, but the Comets way more efficient with it. Here's Gowan, though, banging his way to the rim. Missed the first. Put back, he's fouled. That's the first foul on Dallas. First team foul as well. Callaway White and Gowan have picked up a foul for the Comets early on. And here's Brody to the line. Makes the first. 76% free throw shooter coming into this. Now 11 for 14 on the season. Carson Lutz checks in next. I don't know what the story is with Darius Welch here. He, again, has his jersey off, or has the warm-up shirt off, which usually indicates you're either coming in the game soon or you've played already. No one came back to the ball here for the inbounds. Carson Lutz has to do it. Now he's trying to go coast to coast on Mitchell. Kicks out. Jacob Rior also checked in for the first time today. That's number 13, top of the key. Rior takes the shot and makes it. So Rior knocking down the shot. And this is his first playing time. Oh, there he is. 6 minutes played in just one game this season. Answered by a rainbow 3-ball from McCain Finkenbein, who has that left wrist taped up a little bit. But connects from long range. For Rior, that was his 7th points of the season. First time he knocked down a 3. Driving in on Callaway White. That's a tough finish there by Carson Lutz. Lutz averages 5.3 points per game. 2 other players are coming in for Adrian, and I'm beginning to think this is disciplinary on the sideline for Darius Welch. No story, maybe injury related, who knows. Finkenbein calling for the 3-ball, gets it from the wing, and knocks it down, or excuse me, had it halfway down, but fell out of the rim there. Good transition the other way. Rager kicking out. Oh, backdoor cutter, missed him completely. That looked like a travel then. Kicked out to the corner and back to the top of the key, swung around to the left side of the attack. Here's Rager. Leaves it on the baseline. That's got to be a travel. Thank you. There's the whistle. It'll go the other way. That's a media timeout as well. 15:31 to play. Capital leads 11-8 early on here at the Capitol Center. And we'll be right back. (11-8) Comets early on over the Bulldogs. Shooting 66% from the field so far. They've knocked down 3 of 5 threes. Adrian's also knocked down 3 of 5 threes. And they're 3 for 6 on the game. Each team with a turnover Adrian's bench doing a nice job with Lutz and Rior, each hitting a 3 so far. I feel like Lutz had a 2, right? Yes. My stats say a 3, but Carson Lutz hit a 2. So it's 11-8. That was just updated now in my stat feed. And a foul called now against Lutz. Let's reset the floor for both teams. Well, Comets have their starting 5, with the exception of Torian Perkins, who just checked in. Perkins will replace Saron Callaway White in the lineup that's on the floor from the starting lineup. Perkins feeding it inside to Julian Mitchell, who throws it over the head of Gowan. On the other side for Adrian, they have a new player in there, Noah Van Lanningham, number 14. He's the one that just inbounded the ball. Jeremiah Dallas, Carson Lutz, Jacob Rior, and Jaden Smiley, the rest of the players on the floor for the Bulldogs currently. Trailing by 3, they can tie it with a 3. And they tried to kick it out for 1. Finkenbein steals it, gives it to Gowan in traffic, and that had trouble written all over it. McCain kind of set up Brody there to dribble that into traffic. Into the corner, Rior again from 3, no good. Nice rebound by Chris Mitchell, keeping his dribble too. And now passes it off to Finkenbein. Comets will empty the bench at the next stoppage. 3 ball from Perkins, missed everything. Rebound collected by Dallas. Jeremiah Dallas driving coast to coast into the paint. Euro step and bounce pass now to the low block. Smiley, a few dribbles, then passes it off. Van Lanningham trying to work on Perkins' baseline. Good work by Torian Perkins, sticking with him. Offensive rebound for the Bulldogs. 3 ball now from outside from Van Lanningham. It hit every part of the rim but didn't go down. And now Jaden Smiley picks up the foul for going over the back on the rebound. It's his first foul. So Comets will make their changes, as we mentioned, several of them. Dallas Tucker, the point guard out of Westerville, Ohio, checking in. Tristan Ambrose Pierce, the 6'8 player out of Australia. And I believe there was one other change. It was, in fact, Cameron Ensley, the freshman out of Hudson, checking in. Tucker, no-look pass to the right. Perkins, floater, no good. So the 5 on the floor now is Julian Mitchell, Perkins, Ensley, Ambrose Pierce, that is, and Tucker. Long 2 with 15 on the shot clock. Not sure what that was a rush shot for by Brendan Schlink. He just checked in for the Bulldogs. Rushed that shot. Both teams struggling to hit now. Here's a 3. Mitchell's fouled on it, so he's going to have an opportunity to knock down some free throws. That's the second foul on Jeremiah Dallas as well. So Julian to the line. Comets haven't scored in 3 minutes and 7 seconds. Adrian hasn't scored in 3 minutes themselves. Both teams 1 for their last 5 shooting. So get these points at the line while they're there. Mitchell knocks it down. He's 1 for 2 at the line this season. So we don't have much of a book on him there in 2025. Julian was not with the Comets last season. Transfer out of Taylor. Knocked down 2 so far, and he gets all 3 of them. So good job executing at the free throw line. The Comets as a team above 75% coming into this one. They're keeping those numbers impressive. 5 for 5 at the line today. Missed shot again by Jaden Smiley. Just looks dejected every time he doesn't make the basket. 3 ball from Tucker, no good. And collected off the miss by Lutz. Lutz working against Julian Mitchell. Kick out into the corner. Make that the wing, I guess. So that was scooped up by Brendan Schlink. Back to the left wing now for 3, no good. Adrian, their shooting woes continue now at 25% for the game. There's a lot of contact away from the ball there, and Jaden Smiley getting twisted up with Ambrose Pierce. Foul is on Smiley. Smiley will come off now. He's playing with some frustration right now. You can see it in his body language. It's his second foul too, so he's coming out anyway. Rager checking back in, as well as Gyra and Logan. Too hard off the backboard there by Ambrose Pierce. Collected by Rager, using the speed, going into the newly entered Cade Davies defensively for Capital. A long pull from three. Good shot contest there. Comets have numbers the other way. Driving in is Tucker. Left-handed layup. Good. Nice drive by Dallas Tucker. Comets ahead now, 16-8. Pass down low, trying to respond quickly. Gyra misses twice. Rebound by Ensley. Ensley getting it off to Tucker. Tucker driving into the paint. Blocked over the top. Nice block there by Gyra. Good help side defense. Now a pull three. That's not a foul somehow, I guess. I thought that was a lot of contact on the shooting hand there of Seth Logan. He tried to sell it a little bit too. Maybe the officials didn't like the acting job after the fact. Perkins, good off ball screen. Sets up Tucker. Throws on the brakes and then goes into the paint off the left side of his body instead of the right side baseline drive. Doesn't get the basket to go. Good pace from Adrian, but they haven't done anything with it. Scoreless in over 4 minutes. Banging into the paint, Davies and Rager, and Davies clean defense there. And then trips as he gets heading down floor over Rager, but good defense. Now Perkins in transition, missed everything. 2-on-1 the other way. Davies the only one back. And he gets the block. Oh, they call a foul. Looked like clean defense there from Davies. But he's picked up the foul. That'll take us to the next media timeout here. Callaway White and McCain Finkenbein will check in after the short break here on the Capital Sports Network, presented by Flow Sports. (16-8). The Comets doubling up on Adrian. Chris Mitchell with his 5 points leading the way for the Comets, but 5 players have contributed at least 3 points already. Mitchell, Finkenbein, Gowan, and Tucker. That was good. A pair of free throws there from Rager. It's 16-10. He must have split the pair. I thought he made the first. My mistake there. My stats are telling me it's 18 for the Comets, which I think is correct. The scoreboard in the arena says 16, so we'll get the correct score out there. As a layup here for Ensley becomes the 6th different Comet to score. 10.5 minutes left in the first half. Adrian breaking that scoreless streak, but they're still 1 for their last 12 shooting. And now 1 for 13 as the layup missed by Carson Lutz. Darius Welch still not checking in, one of the starters from this Bulldog team. I'm not sure what the story is at all there. Reball from outside, no good. Callaway White got that last lay-in. Comets look like the much better offensive team in this one. Callaway White coast to coast again, and he gets it to go. Full timeout called by the Adrian head coach, Tim Kaiser. That man is not happy down there with the performance he's seen from the Bulldogs. He's just looking to find 5 players right now that want it. We'll be back from the Capitol Center after this. Well, Adrian's looking for some more inspired effort out there for sure on the floor. And very interesting that Seth Logan not getting a lot of playing time. We mentioned the Darius Welch situation already. I don't know what's going on with the Adrian side of things, but they're definitely trying to send some sort of message to the group. So some players getting some extended chances that normally might not get them. And this is one of them. From outside, Jacob Rior missing. So Rior out there with Lutz as well as Luke Rager, Dylan Gyra, and Noah Van Lanningham. The 5 players on the floor, only one of them in the starting lineup for Adrian. That's Luke Rager. Speaking of starting 5, the Comets have brought their starting 5 out there with the exception of Julian Mitchell. His spot is currently filled by Cade Davies, a sophomore. Davies, a sophomore out of Broadview Heights, Ohio, just to get that across. Callaway White from 3, missed everything. Another air ball for the Comets. They lead 22-10. This will be another newly entered Bulldog now, Austin Burns, the freshman. I wonder if some of this is Adrian losing their last game as well. They're just trying to get a look at as many people as they can on the roster. They lost 73-61 and struggled in that game as well, shooting 5 of 29 from 3, 22 of 62 from the field. But I mean, you look at that, Gyra played 13 minutes, Van Lanningham played 13 minutes. Dallas off the bench played 24. Jaden Smiley started and played only 15 minutes. 30 minutes apiece for Seth Logan and Darius Welch. They combined to shoot 9 for 28 and 2 of 14 from 3. So maybe that's part of why they're not out there. I really don't know. Logan is at least checking back in. I don't know if Darius Welch hurt himself in warm-ups or, again, is this a message being sent on the other sideline? Because there are some players definitely getting more run than they normally have early in the season, so just trying to find some new rotations. Van Lanningham's played a total of 13 minutes, or 33 minutes, excuse me, this season. Gyra's played 13 minutes a game. Riora's only played 6 minutes total this season. Van Lanningham 11 minutes per game. Smiley 11 minutes per game. Carson Lutz playing 16 minutes per game. Julian Mitchell checks back in as Gowan's at the line for the Comets. Misses the first free throw. First miss of the day for the entire team, but makes the second. They're 6 for 7 at the stripe now. Comets continuing to take advantage of a team that's in flux here. Adrian shooting 1 for their last 16. Layup here, no good. Putback is good. That's Dylan Gyra getting the tip. They've taken 23 shots now. 18 of them have come from 3. They've only made 2 of them. Comets have taken 18 shots, 2 of them made from outside on 12 attempts. So they're shooting 16% from out there. Not much better. But they are getting to the line. Again, 6 free throws as a team already. And they've made a couple more baskets overall as well as Finkenbein goes to the line. Kane not in foul trouble whatsoever today, as he hasn't picked up one yet. 4 points, 2 assists, a rebound, and a steal. Filling everything up on the stat sheet as McCain knocks down the second as well. Leads the team with 9 minutes played so far. 8:18 to play. Capital leading by 13 now, their largest lead of the game. Adrian has not led at any point of this one. Leading scorer on the team has 3 points currently. Top of your screen, driving on the left side. Van Landingham picked up his dribble, doesn't have anywhere to go with it. Leaves it for Logan. Logan from 3. As the shot clock was winding down, he had to just throw that up. Didn't connect. Chris Mitchell driving coast to coast, splits 2 defenders, back to the basket. Someone's open, it's Julian Mitchell. Logan breaks his ankles, and Mitchell knocks down the 3. It's always a good feeling when you put your defender on the ground and then knock down a 3. Now a clean pick there by Finkenbein. Alley-oop! And Callaway White on the receiving end. Can't throw it down. Saw that one coming from mid-court. Now the 3. And Adrian answers with a Gyra 3. 28-15. That's their first make of a field goal in over 6 minutes. They were 1 for their last 18 before the Gyra tip-in. I guess actually that would have been the last field goal. So 2 for their last 4 now. Nice pass. Mitchell went up for the shot, and instead of putting it up himself, just leaves it for his teammate post to post. And Gowan gets it to go. All the starters for the Comets have at least 4 points in this game. That'll be a media timeout again at 6:42 left to play. Fouls called against the Comets. 30-15, your score. We'll clean everything up after the media timeout here on the Capital Sports Network, presented by Flo Sports. (30-15) your score, 6:40 to play. Finkenbein drops it into Mitchell, kicked out. Stoppage. Shot clock issue potentially. There's something wrong with the clock here. Comets will be making some substitutions as well. Callaway White checking out for Perkins, and Dallas Tucker checking back in for Finkenbein. They put 8 seconds back on the shot clock, so it didn't get reset during the media timeout. Adrian, 5 of 25, 20% from the field. Comets, 10 for 21. They're 3 of 14 from 3, so they want to make some more outside shots. But outside of that, inside of that, we should say, they're doing a great job. Gowan battling, losing it on the way up, catches his own miss, and now gets fouled. That is tough work in the post by Brody Gowan. 9 points. He can go into double figures if he knocks down a free throw here to complete the three-point play. Good job battling in the post. Gager checks back in. Interesting, Jeremiah Dallas in the game with 2 fouls right now, number 5. Gowan can't get this one to go. Mitchell battles hard for it, but it's going to go the other way. Thought Chris maybe got the tip off the other side. Adrian goes to work, down by 17. They only have 15 points. 3 for 21 from 3. They're trying to get themselves in there. I mentioned 24 attempts per game from outside as Logan goes on the drive, can't get it to go. Capital on the loose ball scramble, able to get the possession back as Smiley will check back in now for the Bulldogs. But yeah, 21 shot attempts already in this one, and from 3. They average 24 a game, so I guess their inefficiency from 3, you could go 2 ways with that. Keep shooting through it and find the positive regression, or it's maybe something you're not suited for and you should try to do something else. They've so far gone with option A, but the regression not in their favor, as they have not had an efficient day from out there. Chris Mitchell, deep jumper, no good. Julian Mitchell on the long rebound, his shot also no good. And collected by Logan, who I think traveled there before he started his dribble, but got away with it. Gets it over to Rager now. Dallas on the left wing. Quick handoff to his left. That's Brendan Schlink back in. Schlink top of the key for 3, wide open, and knocks it down. 32-18 with 5:03 to play. Tucker pushes it up the floor to Perkins. Mitchell, Gowan, Tucker, and Perkins, the 5 for the Comets. And a foul called. This is the 10th foul, so this should be double bonus for the Comets here. Comets have only picked up 3 fouls as a team. Davies with 1, Callaway White with 1, Gowan with 1. On the other side, this foul is against Jeremiah Dallas, so he has 3. Smiley has 2. Van Landingham also has 2. 1 apiece for Schlink and Lutz. No good on the free throw from Perkins. Perkins had a pretty decent outing in the second game of the season, last game out for the Comets. He now has 12 points on the year. That was his first free throw attempt this season. Had 9 points against Earlham and 3 against Kenyon. Knocked down a 3 in each game. A couple of rebounds in each game as well. So starting to carve out a nice little role for himself in the rotation. 33-18 the score. Knocked down a free throw in 2 tries for Perkins. The team is now 9 for 11 from the line. Continuing that success from the second half against Kenyon. Rager dribbles it out of bounds on that spin move, doing everything he can to get to the basket there. Got to the basket, but tripped over himself. And Perkins out there for his defense, it would seem, because he's played very good defense, especially today. Made a noticeable impact on that end of the floor. That's who Rager was working against there. Legal screen called against Mitchell. Chris Mitchell, that is. So it'll be his first. .4:23 to play. Comets have not really had the foot down on the gas, I would say, so far. This game could be well more out of hand than it's gotten. A lot of contacts up there between Logan and Gowan. I think they're going to get Brody. They do. So Gowan's got 2, so he should probably come off here. See if it's Ensley or Ambrose Pierce. And it's going to be Ensley to check in. Next stoppage will be our media timeout. Brody's had a great half. 9 points, 3 of 5 at the line to go with 3 from 4 from the floor, 3 rebounds and an assist as well as a block. Just 1 turnover as well. To Adrian's credit, they've taken care of the ball as Rager gets that one to go from outside. Timeout called by Coach Goodwin. be a 30-second timeout, but I think this will extend into a full. Yeah, media timeout in the back end. So we'll step away as well. 3 ball from Rager gives him 5 for the day, and Adrian's hanging around, 33-21. We'll be right back with the conclusion of the first half here on the Capital Sports Network. So 3:57 to play. It's 33-21. Comets in front. Tucker with the handoff to Perkins. And goes all the way around the defense through 2 screens. Ensley works his way to the left elbow, gets the pass. Double team, kick out to Perkins. Perkins back to Ensley. Good basketball there. 2-man game between Ensley and Perkins. Those are 2 reserve players for the Comets, showing how deep this roster is. They've got 7 or 8 in this rotation that they can really count on. 3:20 to play in the first half. Answer here from Seth Logan. Logan averages 19 a game. And he has now, 5 points for Seth Logan. Tucker working against the right side of this attack, gave it off to Ensley. Now Perkins and Ensley go to work again together. They combined on the last basket, and they'll combine on this one. Perkins giving it to Ensley in a good spot to attack the basket, and Ensley does just that. Rager giving it off now to number 12, Carson Lutz. Lutz on the bounce pass into Logan, and Cap says it's their ball, but Adrian says it's theirs, and Adrian's correct. Starting 5 for the Comets, with the exception of Ensley and Ambrose. So it's a starting backcourt with Saron Calloway White and McCain Finkenbein in the game. And then they're joined by Davies, Ambrose Pierce, and Ensley remains out there. 2 starters and 3 reserves. Pass is thrown right to Saron Calloway White, who gets the steal, and now he's fouled. So Saron will head to the line. 5 points for him in this contest. 6 of 8 from the line this season. Averages 11 a game. .233 to play. Comets leading 37-23. Missed the free throw here. Van Lanningham will check in now with 2 fouls. And he replaces Luke Rager. Seth Logan was called for that last foul. Callaway White leaning as that one finds the bottom of the net. 38-23, 15-point lead for the Comets. They've led by as much as 18 at one point. Kick out to the top of your screen, left side of the attack for Adrian. Left wing driving in, nice spin move, left-handed layup, no good. But Lutz will go to the line, the freshman out of Milford, Michigan. Lutz, we mentioned, part of this rotation. And seems to be, he's got a growing role in it. One of the players benefiting from Darius Welch's absence tonight, this afternoon, averaging 32 minutes a game, hasn't checked in yet. Lutz normally plays about 16 minutes a game. He's 5 of 6 at the line coming into this one. Knocks down both here. Julian Mitchell will check in for Callaway White now, as that was the second foul picked up by Saran. 38-25, 2:15 to play in the first half. Mitchell giving off to Brendan Davies. Cade Davies, excuse me. Davies gives it off now to McCain, who finds Pierce Ambrose, who goes down low to Ensley, who's having a really good game. The freshman getting some extra playing time at the end of the half here due to the foul situation with Brody. And Ensley goes to the line. Good. I believe he has 6 points. The stat's a little bit wonky right now. Definitely has at least 4, and he's knocked down two free throws now, so he has at least 6 on the game. Might even be more than that off the bench for the Comets. We'll get a fresh stat kind of conglomeration passed out before the start of the second half, as Logan throws up a wild three-pointer contested by Mitchell. No good. Comets clear by 15. Davies lost it, got it back, lost it again. Never fully got it back. Comets getting back now, and a good block from behind. Chased down with a left hand, Cade Davies. He was called for a foul the last time he had a block on a fast break. This one, he will get credit for the block. .132 to play. Pass goes in. Gyra with 5 points. Handoff, 3-ball, long pull from Lutz, no good. They are now 6 of 27 from 3, on pace to shoot 53 pointers. Ambrose Pierce gets the pass on the low block, leaves it back for Finkenbein, gives him a strong screen. Pick and roll not there. Ensley extra pass. Mitchell, bang. 43-25. Comets knocking down the three-pointer. Van Lanningham had it knocked out of his hands a few times. Gets it back now with 45 seconds to play. The 2-for-1 opportunity gone away. Comets can get one now if they push it here. Finkenbein to the basket. Gets the layup in transition. 4-second differential shot in game clock, so they might not get the 2-for-1, but they do get a basket on the fast break. And Kane's got 7. Coach Kaiser had told his team to slow down here, so they will slow down and play for the last shot. And they throw it away again, and Finkenbein has another easy layup. .47-25. Comets have opened up their largest lead of the game, and the buzzer beater no good from Seth Logan. Comets with a big first half offensively, shooting over 50%. We'll wrap up all the starts, come back with half number 2 in just a bit here on the Capital Sports Network, presented by Flo Sports. All right, welcome back to the Capitol Center. We've got the stats squared away. It's 47-25. Comets shot 16 for 29, 55% from the field, 37% from three, 3 for 8. I think we had them hitting 6 at some point. That might have been the Adrian side. They actually have only made 5. 5 for 17 from 3. And we said they had 20-something attempts. So a lot of three-point shots were being entered as two-pointers in that first half. So I do need to clarify there because I thought 50 was a lot. I'm being on pace for 50 was insane. So it was 8 for 33, 5 of 17 from 3. And Capital 16 of 29, 3 for 8 from 3 in that first half. We'll clean up some of the individual numbers as we move through the half. The story of this half, though, Darius Welch, who I had mentioned, number 0 on this team, started every game for the Bulldogs this season and for some reason was not playing. Well, he's in the game now. He starts off the second half, and he makes a two-pointer to start the game, or to start off the second half, start his game. Rager comes out immediately for Lutz. So very interesting that he's in there. So I don't know what that was. I don't know if that was disciplinary or if he did tweak something in the pregame. We don't know. But Welch is in there, and he's guarding Brody Gowan. And Gowan had 9 points, which was tied with Mitchell and Finkenbein for the most on the team in the first half. Ensley had 8. Callaway White had 5. 4 for Mitchell. Chris Mitchell, that is. And 1 for Torian Perkins. Foul here against the Bulldogs. So they already have just 1. I thought they had picked up a foul, didn't they? That was a turnover on that last call, not a foul. Just a clean turnover. I thought it was an offensive foul. So just 1 foul there, and it was picked up just now. Comets lead by 20, and now still 20 as the shot by Finkenbein is missed. Jeremiah Dallas playing with 3 fouls, gets the rebound. Leading scorers on the other side for Adrian. 5 points for Logan, 5 points for Rager, 5 points for Gyra. Lutz has 4. Rior and Schlink each with 3. And 2 points for Welch, who again just checked into the game, and he's going back to the line now. Very interesting. And Welch, again, averaging 32 minutes a game this season, a double-digit scorer for them, 10.7 points per game. He's the leading rebounder on the team as well. And did not play a minute of the first half. He goes to the line now. Misses the first free throw. Welch is a 2 for 3 free throw shooter coming into this one. (47-28) after he splits a pair at the line. Comets will see how many players they can get into double figures. Big shout out to Cameron Ensley. 8 points off the bench, especially when Gowan got in foul trouble there at the end of the half. So extended run, but the two of them played 22 minutes tonight, have combined for 17 points down low. And Welch's absence was noticed. And even though he's out there right now, Chris Mitchell able to get his own miss and put it back with Welch defending him. Welch now the other way, throws it away behind Dallas, hits Dallas's hands, but he can't hang on to it. Probably a bad pass, I would put that in as. A shot from Callaway White then, no good on the bunny, and Gowan can't get the tip to go either. Dallas now spin move up the baseline, drives into traffic, throws it right to Brody Gowan, who gets the steal. Coach Kaiser, boy, he's had a rough day emotionally on the sideline, not happy with what he's seen out of his group today. 49-28, 3-ball. No good from Callaway White. Welch grabs the rebound and now gets some contact there from McCain. Welch slow to get up. He's going to be fine. Hard foul in transition there as Smiley checks out for Gyra. I don't know if you saw that, but Gyra reached his hand out to clap 5 with Smiley, and Smiley left him hanging, so Gyra gave himself a high five. Smiley, again, his body language has been bad all day, and that seems to be the general mood of this Adrian team. It's going to be an interesting bus ride home for these guys after this one. Lutz misses the 3. Callaway White on the breakaway. There's the throwdown. And now the pass inbounds was tipped by Finkenbein, almost stolen by the Comets. Big throwdown from Callaway White again. He had a big one against Kenyon as well. 51-28. 3 ball in the corner from Gyra. No good. Now they're just chucking from outside. Callaway White thought about the deep pull. Held up instead. 51-28. Comets in front. Callaway White over to Gowan. Gowan now to Mitchell. Mitchell trying to find someone to give it off to. Passes to Callaway White again. Gowan on the box out. Gets the pass in the low block. Dallas knocks it out of bounds. 3 seconds left. Honestly, this might help the Comets to have an inbounds play now. And Landingham checks in for Dallas. But Gowan was in trouble down in the low block with 4 seconds on the shot clock, and now look at this. The Comets get a wide open layup instead. Comets lead stretches to 25 points, their largest of this season. Kick out 3 ball for the big time 3 from Mitchell. It's good. He's got 12. First Comets to enter double figures, probably won't be the last. The Comets have doubled up, Adrian, now 56-28. Top of the key. Lutz thought about the 3, went for the high percentage look instead, fouled by Callaway White. That's his 3rd. Gowan has 3 as well, but I don't think the foul situation's going to matter much as the Comets are running away with this one in half number 2. 9 points on 4 of 8 shooting, and they have a 9-3 edge in just the second half alone. Media timeout. We'll be back in just a bit here on the Capital Sports Network.
The other ones are gone. I'm not doing that with him. That's why he did. Tell Brian Stomach, please.
56-28, and that is now 29 as Lutz gets the free throw to go. Up to 5 points now. He's shot 1 of 7 in the game. Comets up to 54% shooting. I guess down because they're 50% here in this half. 36% from 3, 75% from the line. Efficient night, afternoon for the Comets. They're on an 18-4 run over the last 6.5 minutes, and a breakout game for Cameron Ensley. He's got 10, second player in double figures today for the Comets. Perfect 4 of 4 shooting for him today, and a chance to go 3 for 3 at the line as well. No good, I jinxed him. Offensive rebound for Chris Mitchell. Kick out to Finkenbein. McCain passing it off. Down low for Ensley. Julian Mitchell gets picked off. Just the 8th turnover of the day for the Comets. 11 for the Bulldogs. Make it 12. Finkenbein now, long run out to Mitchell. Was going to see if he could throw one down and maybe graze the rim. Still leads all scorers with 14. Finkenbein now with 4 steals and 5 assists to go with his 9 points. Around the screen, Lutz dribbling into trouble. Kicks it to the left side. And Landingham driving. One-on-one with Finkenbein. Finkenbein gives him his dribble back. Popped it loose once and then popped it loose again. Won't get a steal for either, I don't think, unless they credit Perkins with losing that possession. See how that's scored. But either way, good defense from McCain Finkenbein. Empty trip up the floor for Adrian. Now Torian Perkins drives in, layup, scoop is good. 3 points for Perkins. Comets lead 62-30, and this run continues. Now a 24-5 run in the past 8 minutes. Welch trying to end it, and he loses it. Out of bounds, stays with the Bulldogs. Mason Board Chart checking in a few minutes ago for Adrian, by the way. Keyshawn Johnson also getting his first minutes of the day. Burns, Schlenk, and Lutz, the other players on the floor for Adrian. The Comets just changed up their lineup. We'll reset the floor for them in just a minute. Can't get the ball in, 5 seconds. Comets doing a good job defensively. 5 bench players in for the Comets now. It's Perkins, Ensley, Ambrose Pierce, Davies, and Tucker. 10 players have played for the Comets. This is their 10-man rotation, clearly. And it's good. It's a deep team. And let's see what this bench unit can do together. I like seeing them all out there on the floor at the same time. Davies for 3. It's good. This unit, I think, is going to get some good run here, and they've earned the minutes. Lutz driving into Perkins. 3 ball, no good. Keyshawn Johnson can't hit from the wing. Tucker pushing pace. Here's Perkins. Tucker's wide open because Perkins has a double team. They're trying to get it that way now. Now it's a different player open. It's Ambrose Pierce, and he steps into a 3 and knocks it down. Tristan Ambrose Pierce from outside. That'll get the bench going a bit. 5 of 12 from 3 now as a team. Lutz answers with the reverse layup in traffic. 68-32. The offense has been impressive. The defense has been impressive. I don't know which has been more impressive. Perkins. Ensley thought about the 3. He's got a perfect game going from the field, though. And he'll reset for a better look. Perkins running the floor here. 10 to shoot. Bench is helping him out. 3 ball, Ensley. Short. And saved by Ambrose Pierce, but it missed everybody and then went out of bounds. Look at the Capitals starting 5 right there, standing up, rooting for their teammates, cheering them on, barking out some instructions as well. Really cool to see them engaged in the game still, in a game in which they have blown out Adrian. They're just trying to get something going in a positive direction on the other side right now. 3 ball, no good. Rebound collected by Ambrose Pierce. That was a very strange dribble. It's called for a travel. Denison will be next up for the Comets. We'll have them at 7 o'clock here on November 19th. That's Wednesday. 6:53 pregame. Hope you join us for that. We'll also have a game on November 22nd against Wittenberg at 3 o'clock. That's a week from today. Hope you join us for both of those games, either in person or on the web at athletics.capital.edu. 68-32, Keyshawn Johnson driving in. Keyshawn Johnson, a junior out of Toledo, Ohio. He'll shoot after the free throws, or he'll shoot the free throws after the media timeout. 11:51 to play. Comets ahead, 68-32. We'll be right back from the Capitol Center. You're listening to the Capital Sports Network, presented by Flo Sports. 68-32 is your score. Comets still way out in front as Johnson splits a pair out of the media timeout. Tucker is still out there running the offense. Same five for the Comets. This bench unit of Perkins, Ensley, Ambrose, Pierce, Davies, and Tucker. Each of the players on the floor has scored points in this game. And Ensley is second on the team currently with 10 points as Tucker gets fouled by Johnson. That is the second foul only for Adrian. They picked up that really early one. Comets have 4 team fouls here in the second half. And I don't think any of those late game situations are going to come to fruition here. I don't think we're worried about how those will clear out throughout the game here. Three ball from Perkins, no good. Johnson into the corner for three and pops it over the backboard off of the rim, so that's out of bounds. It'll go the other way. Perkins on the left wing gives it off to the top of the key, Ensley. Lots of players running around off-ball screens. Tucker has it on the right wing with 7 to work with. It's a bit of a slasher. Passes it off, though. Oh, nice pass down low. So Ensley pops out. It opens the post up for Ambrose Pierce. And nice. (70-33). Tucker will, or Dallas, excuse me, will check in on the other side. A lot of changes here from the Bulldogs. Welch in, as well as Dallas, Johnson. Number 30 is Gyra, who's been playing quite a bit today. Pass down low to Ensley. He misses on the putback. The last player out there is Jacob Rior. 3 ball from Welch, no good. And a foul down low on the rebound. 9:50 to go. Adrian has not scored in over 2 minutes again. The run is now 23-5 over the last 9 minutes. .39 and counting down in this game. Comets will have a 35-point lead. This is the largest lead they've had all season. I've been saying that a few times as it continues to grow. Every player that's played in the game has scored, has picked up a rebound as well. We'll see how much deeper the Comets go into their bench. 9:37 to play. Handoff to Davies. Right wing to Callaway White. Down low to Ensley. And he gets fouled hard, but no call. There's a wild tip drill under the basket, and it's going to go the other way for the Bulldogs. (9:10 to play). Dallas has it on the left side, guarded by Dallas Tucker. So it's Jeremiah Dallas, guarded by Dallas Tucker. Dallas Tucker gets the win on that matchup. Perkins passes it inside to Ensley. Ensley to the right wing. Nice pass again by Ensley into Ambrose Pierce, but can't get the finish this time. And a turnover thrown upfield to Davies. Davies has no help, 5-on-1 the other way, and he loses possession. Got to get some help from his teammates there, I think. Tough turnover there. Dallas now driving in, and he's going to go to the line, fouled by Ensley. Free throw's good from Dallas. He has scored his first points of the game. So the Comets will make a couple of changes now. Colton Bruni checking in, freshman out of Lancaster. He's a point guard listed at 6'2". And we'll get the other sub in a second here after the free throw. No good. Logan Wallishin, the freshman out of Columbus, went to Worthington Christian High School, listed as a 6'1" guard. He's in the game as well. Number 10. He brought up the floor by Bruni. I believe this is both of their first times getting some action here. Let's double check that. That is correct. So there's only been 10 players that have played in a game so far for the Comets this season. Turnover in the first possession goes to Adrian, and they get the basket to make it a 70-40 game. Breaks another kind of run now, actually, for Adrian. 7-0 run and a 10-2 run, and another turnover here. And Welch is called. Well, Welch is going to get to the line. Goes in for the layup, and Ensley's called for the foul. We have another media timeout as there's 7:27 remaining. Free throw coming on the back end. 70-42 your score here from the Capitol Center. We'll be right back. .7:27 to play. Welch to the line. And misses the what would have been a three-point play. Comets have the same 5 out on the floor. I'm sure we'll see some others. Pass goes into Ambrose Pierce. He gets hit in the face. And that was on an entry pass, so he won't go to the line for free throws. Pass goes into Ambrose Pierce, but it doesn't make it there. Stolen by Dylan Gyra, who lays it in. Adrian making it a little bit more respectable, down by 26 currently, but that's still not obviously all that respectable. They did not have the right energy to start this game. Whatever was going on with the Darius Welch situation, some bad body language down there. Could tell the coach was frustrated as well. And I don't know, something happened. Three ball here, no good. Launched by Wallishan. So some soul searching for sure. That they get another basket here, 70-46. On the left wing, Tucker, foul call, offensive foul, wow. They like calling out Ensley for some fouls, I guess. Davies and Perkins will check back in, so still not rolling completely the end of the bench yet. 6 minutes left in a 24-point game. .5:56 to play. Van Landingham on the right wing giving it off to Curtis Dell, who's getting his first playing time on the other side. Also, Caden Lipper getting his first playing time as well. Lipper passing it out. Dell driving baseline, asked to just throw it up. Doesn't hit the rim, so a shot clock violation. Perkins has it, dropping it off. Top of the key for Tucker now. Tucker to Perkins for three. No good. Rebound collected by Pierce Ambrose. He's double teamed, gets it to a wide open Tucker. No good from three. Rebound goes to Davies. He's right in front of the basket, left it short. Perkins with the throwback in. A lot of offensive rebounds there for the Comets. Out rebounding Adrian by 8. Good finish in traffic by Caden Lepper. 72-48. Three ball from Pierce Ambrose, no good. Ambrose Pierce, excuse me. Keep mixing up the order there. Sorry, Tristan. Driving the other way. A foul was called. Be 1-and-1 free throws here. Mason board chart. Austin Burns checking in. Free throws coming now for Carson Lutz, again shooting 1-and-1. Free throws good. Second one, not good. Lutz now has 9 points, but just 2 of 10 shooting. That was his first miss at the line. Dylan Gyra, the leading scorer for Adrian, with 11 points. Comets have gotten 14 from Julian Mitchell, 6 from Chris Mitchell, 9 apiece from Callaway White, Finkenbein, and Gowan. Ensley, who just scored now, has 12. 5 for Ambrose Pierce, 3 for Davies, 2 for Tucker, and 5 for Torian Perkins as well. Overall, Comets shooting 49%, 33% from 3. This was a good game to see the Comets be able to get it done offensively without relying on the 3. Still doing a good job at the line, 12 for 17. But just doing a good job, efficient with the basketball. Not relying on that 3, getting to the basket for easy buckets. Davies around the screen for 3. They can still hit it from out there too. That's 6 from Cade Davies. 77-51. Driving baseline. Lutz looking for somewhere to go with it. Able to get it out now. Cut to Austin Burns. He loses it. And almost a walk there from Ambrose Pierce. Was able to throw it back into the backcourt. And timeout called by the Comets. They're going to use that as the media timeout, I'm sure. They'll do just that. Good timeout from Coach Goodwin here to allow his team to get some subs out onto the floor. For the final 3 minutes, 77-51. Your score will be right back on the Capital Sports Network, presented by Flo Sports. (77-51). That'll be Logan Wallishin with possession. And now, is this going to be the media timeout? Yeah, okay. So the timeout, Coach Goodwin tried to use it as the media timeout. He wasn't able to. So we'll just stay here and break down the rest of the stats. First, to clean up the lineup, Logan Wallishin, Deron Jennings, and Sean Spicer checked in for the Comets. Looks like Davies remaining out there, as well as Colton Bruni. So that's the 5 out there for the Comets. And some more team stats for you. The Comets out-rebounding Adrian 39-31. Big advantage in the assist department, as you'd expect, 18-7. +2 in turnovers. They had 14. Adrian had 16. Comets 30 bench points in this one. Adrian had 37 bench points. So what that means is their starters combined had 14 points, which is the same output as Julian Mitchell. Points in the paint, Comets +20 there, 44-24. The pass goes in to Logan Wallishin. Wallishin moving to his left. Use it for Bruni. Bruni looking at a few options, goes to Wallishin again. Wallishin driving into traffic, and no foul is going to be drawn there. It's a turnover on the Comets. Leopard driving on this side for the Bulldogs. On the right wing, this is Boardchart. Boardchart gets it to go. Tough finish. 77-56. The Comets will improve to 3-0. And again, our next broadcast Wednesday. Wednesday night against Denison. Before another broadcast on Saturday at 3 o'clock. So busy homestand here for the men's team continues. Reball from outside, no good on the release from Davies. Just kind of curious now when we'll see the women again. They won against Franklin on Tuesday night. Oh, they play a doubleheader on Wednesday, of course. That's my mistake. We have 2 doubleheaders. I forgot next week is a busy week. It's 3-ball here from Wallachin. So on Wednesday, we'll have a doubleheader. The women will play Case Western at 5 o'clock. And then after that game, scheduled for 7 o'clock, the men's team will face Denison. And then on Saturday, Bethany in town on the women's side, 1 o'clock start. And then the men's game is scheduled for 3 o'clock, where they will take on Wittenberg. So we've got 4 games for you on the channel. Athletics.capital.edu, Capital Sports Network, presented by Flow Sports. We'll get everything started 7 minutes before the tip of both games for a quick pregame. The men's games will start 30 minutes after the conclusion of the women's games. Again, scheduled for 2 hours after the start, but that could always change. It'll be a busy day here at the Capitol Center. We hope you join us either virtually or here in person. 3-ball from Davies, no good. Tapped alive a couple of times here by Spicer, and out of bounds, stays with the Comets. 1:06 remains. Pass goes into Deron Jennings. Leaves it for Wallachin. Wallachin's got some slippery feet. Passing it off to Spicer. There's Jennings. Some very bright shoes from Deron Jennings. Jennings driving in. Can't get the finish. Spicer the cleanup. The bench loses it for them. It's good teammates down there. The starting 5 from the Comets has got to watch the last 15 and a half minutes of this game and seeing that their team can hang as well. It's not like any kind of comeback charge was mounted by Adrian, so they get to enjoy the night off and have a fresh legs going into the Wednesday game against Denison. But good to see, players you practice with, these players, you travel with them, some good friends probably of some of the starters, and you got to support that. They support you throughout the year, so when you have a chance to support them, especially in a game, lose your mind a little bit when you see some players score their first baskets. That was Sean Spicer's first career points, so cool to see his teammates recognize that. Likely the last offensive possession here for the Comets. They lead 79-54. Outscored Adrian in the second half still, even with most of the reserves out there, 32-28. Last sequence for Adrian. Comets playing tight D till the end. 3-ball. No good. Offensive rebound goes to Foster. Foster on his putback. Gets it to go, and he gets some support from his bench as well. Final 10 seconds will tick away, and the Comets will leave the Capitol Center 3-0, ready for their showdown on Wednesday against Denison. There's the final horn. Comets 79. Adrian 56. The full write-up and all available stats will be there for you on athletics.capital.edu. We've got 2 doubleheaders coming up for you Wednesday nights and Saturday afternoon. 1 o'clock start on a week from today. But more importantly, on Wednesday, it'll be 4:53 start here at the Capitol Center, with the women's team taking on Case Western, men's team taking on Denison, 2 tough opponents, respectively, and we'll see if the Comets can pull off a doubleheader sweep in the first doubleheader of the 2025-2026 season. Final score once again: Comets 79, Adrian 56. We thank you for tuning in to the Capital Sports Network, and we'll catch you next time